Welcome to another episode of Shooting Science. Today we are going to look at the new green dot version of the Vortex Defender ST. And after the unboxing, if you stick around for the second half of the video, I'll show you how the Vortex Defender works together with the Glock MOS Modular Optic System. Comes with a nice dust cover on top. This is in the Leopold Delta Point Pro pattern. There is a battery in there. You have to pull a plastic tab out of there. I've got the brightness turned down. So to turn it up, you just hit this button. And there it is. It's a little big on camera. That's way bigger than it looks in real life. Let me see if I can get the camera to focus here. That's a bit more like it. It gets plenty bright. All right, let's see what else you get in the box. So it comes in this nice foam. This lifts out. And there's nothing else in there. There's a nice QR code. Scan it to get started. Okay, pull this out. So you have the manual. You have a microfiber, which is great for cleaning off the lens. You can see the emitter back there. I can't tell if there's a glass window over the emitter. It is set farther back, and I can't get a reflection on there. So maybe, I'm not sure, but it is waterproof. You can dunk this whole thing in water. You can get it rained on, and it'll be fine. Here is the Glock MOS adapter plate kit. So if you have a Glock that's optic ready with the MOS system, you'll just take this part off. This plate will sit on top. You can reuse these screws to screw this plate down, and then you can use the screws in here to screw the optic down to the plate once it's mounted up here. So you also get this tool right here. So this tool is steel. This is another version of the tool. For a while they looked like this. This is the older one, and this is the new one that they come with now. It doesn't feel that heavy. So the little right left adjustment for windage, and then the elevation adjustment on the top for up and down. You can use this in here. Nice positive clicks there. You can actually feel them and hear them, which is great. To get the battery door off, you stick the tool in here and you twist like so. It even comes with a divot right here to allow the tool to slide down to get to the battery cover. That's what that's for. You also get Picatinny mount. So this would mount on top of a rifle or shotgun. And as you can see, the posts line up with the holes on the optic. So you would just line those up. This is interesting. Look at that gap in there. I might have just discovered something, guys. What's wrong with this thing? Let me see something here. Put a little oil on this. A lot of oil on this. See, I know I'm doing it the right way because these open holes line up with these holes. If you want to use the Picatinny rail, this is the made in China one. Sometimes they make them in the Philippines, but this one is definitely made in China. Looks like the coating is too thick on the Picatinny rail here because it will not sit flush on the rail. I have purchased other Vortex optics that come mounted to the pick rail in the box. I think my Defender XLs were like that, if I'm not mistaken. But this one came separate, and when you try to put it on, it just won't go all the way on, which is crazy. So I'm sure if you contacted Vortex, If yours is doing this, they probably help you out and send you one that fit, so that you don't have to like sand the coating off of this to get it to work. All right, moving on from the Picatinny rail that doesn't work. So luckily they do give you a ton of different screws for different pistols. So like, for example, this is for a Smith & Wesson 2.0. I'm sure it'll work for other pistols, but they give you like the name of the pistol that will work with on here. And these are the screws it comes with. So that's everything in the box. Now I'm going to mount it up to this Glock. And this will also be good if you're trying to figure out how the Glock MOS system works. So you'll see how it all works when I mount this optic onto this MOS system here. So the first thing you need to do is take off the screws that are keeping the optic cover plate on. This is a T9 Torx bit. All right, so the screws are out. So now you can just take this piece off. It is polymer and it looks like that. Now you got this big hole in your slide. So next we're going to get the optics plate out. Glock sells optics plates as well, but luckily Vortex includes this plate for you, so you don't have to go buy one from Glock. That's a nice touch. MOS Delta Point Pro. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up the screw holes, and you can see I have it in the right configuration because there's this little notch here. It is tight, a nice tight fit. So it's easier if you come in from the side first and then slide it on top than to just try to drop it down from the top. Because if you try to drop it down from the top, you could be off a little bit and it can get stuck like I was doing earlier. It's easier to just come in here from the side, slide it on top and set it there. And that's what it should look like. So it fits really well. So before we can put the optic on, well, we can just test fit it. So the optic is going to sit right there. That's what it's going to look like. We have to actually bolt this thing back down onto the slide. So first we're going to try to reuse the Glock MOS cover plate screws. And I'm going to add a little bit more Loctite to those. Sorry I didn't capture it on camera, but I basically just put the factory Glock screws in here with a little bit of Loctite, tighten them down. And now we're ready to put the optic on. So we're going to go ahead and line it up, drop it on those posts there. Like that. And now we have to put the screws in, and the screw will sit kind of in that countersunk hole that looks really strange. All right, let's get these screws out. It's good they give you some extras. We are going to have to put a little Loctite on these. You only need 2 of them. Holding the gun up is kind of tricky if you don't have a vise, so I'm going to use this box right here to prop it up. Now, if you have big fingers like me, getting the screw down in the hole without getting Loctite all over the place is pretty tricky. All right, so as you can see here, I'm screwing the wrong screws in. These are too short and they're not going to go all the way into the adapter. So what I had to figure out the hard way was the screws that were included with the MOS plate adapter kit are actually for the plate. They are not for the optic. So you have to come over here to this bag and get these out to use to actually screw the optic down. These same screws also work with Ruger 5.7 and Springfield Hellcat. The longer screws were sitting up higher because the factory polymer cover plate is thicker. So the screws for that needed to be longer, and now the screws need to be shorter because the metal MOS plate here is much thinner. So use the short screws in this bag to get this metal plate mounted down. So let me show you the difference between the stock Glock optics plate cover screw and the Vortex optics plate screw. So when you're mounting the optics plate adapter down, you definitely want to go with the shorter screw that Vortex includes, and you do not want to reuse the stock longer Glock one. You definitely want to make sure those screws are pretty tight. Don't over tighten them, be careful. Those are little tiny screws, you don't want to strip them. Either look up the torque specs or just get them nice and snug with some Loctite or blue thread locker on them. And then let the gun sit overnight or let it sit for 5 hours before you go and try to shoot it, and you should be good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put the optic on. We're going to go ahead and use these screws from this bag, the M4 by 0.7, to get the optic mounted on. All right, so I want to put some Loctite on those. I'm going to go ahead and lean the gun up against the box real quick. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and smear a little Loctite on there. Next, I'm going to go ahead and get the screw pre-mounted to the tool. And then carefully guide it down into the hole and gently start screwing it in. Be careful, don't push too hard. You do not want to strip the threads here. I'm only going to tighten this first side down just a little bit because I don't want to fully crank it down with only one side. I'm going to go ahead and get the other screw in before I fully tighten down both sides. Now, while you only need 2 screws to screw the back of the optic down, Vortex does include 4 in the bag, which is nice. Again, I'm being very gentle here, and I'm just going to get them barely snug, and then we're going to look up the torque specs, and we're actually going to torque them down properly. All right, so I just looked it up, and the torque that is recommended to torque these screws down is 10 to 12 inch-pounds. All right, that's it. Looking good. All that's left for me to do now is let it sit overnight, and then pretty soon I'll take it to the range and sight it in. Again, this is a Glock 45, so this is what it will look like when you mount it to your Glock 45. This is also the same as a 19X, although it's not tan, it's just black. The Picatinny rail not being able to be mounted to the optic is kind of a shame. So if you need that, I would go ahead and call Vortex and just ask them, hey, what do you want me to do with this? Do I need to send it in and get a new one? Is it okay or safe for me to shove my optic on here and just press fit it on? If that's been your experience, I would like you to tell me in the comments. Did you just, shove it on there and it worked fine? Let me know. Luckily, the included MOS adapter plate was awesome and it fit really well. But anyway, that's all I've got for you on this one, folks. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And like always, I'll catch you on the next one.